Hi, I'm Claudia Kay and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to show you some things I've been working on and give you some examples of how to use clear glass. And I will admit I was a clear glass hater. Did not have much clear glass. But in the course of thrifting and doing the garage sales and everything this summer, I have come to find some absolutely stunning clear glass or crystal, and I had to get it. I just had to. So the very first thing I'm going to show you is the very first thing that I bought this summer, knowing I would save it for Christmas. Isn't that gorgeous? It's very heavy, and I don't know if it's crystal or if it's just glass. I think it's crystal just from the weight, but it's got these beautiful details indented here in the bottom. It's got the swirl here and the swirl here, and I mean, it's a beautiful. And I specifically bought it because these are my favorite candies at Christmas, the peppermint candy cane kisses. And I knew it would look stunning in this clear jar, apothecary jar. So this has been in my Christmas display, sitting right there this whole time. I love it, love it. And then I got this as a riser. And I have no idea what it was originally. It does have that faint glow of uranium. It's real faint, but some clear glass has that. And I heard somewhere, and I have no idea if this is true or not, that when they realized lead was bad for you and started to make glass without lead, then they added uranium to keep it clear. But I don't know if that's true or not. So I have no idea what this would have been originally. I don't know if it was just a pillar candle holder or what, but it's beautiful. I really liked just the shape of it, and I knew that it would elevate something as a riser at Christmas. And this is the guy, this little pink Santa that I also thrifted, and this has also been sitting in my display back here on my pink shelf. So we are going to set him back there. There. But see, it brought him up above everything else so you could actually see him, because I thought he was fantastic. You don't see many pink Santas. And then I found this moon and stars satin glass. Isn't that pretty? It's not the bottom to a fairy lamp, because the bottom to the fairy lamp has the little where it would sit down in it, the little resting bits. It doesn't have that. So this is not the bottom to a fairy lamp, but it is the moon and stars. So pretty. So my Mercury beads went in here, along with this little plastic vintage Santa. So that has also been sitting in my display right there. The beads came from Wendy's Wacky Warehouse. I bought those from her at a sale. She actually had them in an ornament, which 2 seconds after opening the box, I dropped the ornament, it shattered. But that gave me the opportunity to use the beautiful moon and stars that I had just purchased and fallen in love with. So I was excited about that. And then I had this, and this is crystal. It's a little Bud Vase. I had this crystal Bud Vase up for sale. I didn't really want to sell it because I really love it. So I just put a spray of I also thrifted this, of sparkly glitter berries in there. And it just adds a nice little pop of color. And I don't remember where I had this. I had it sitting in here somewhere. Maybe it was in there. And then I bought these little bears from Trisha at Sandy and Otto. And they're World Market little glass bears. They're made in China, not super, super old, but I love that they have the green that I pulled into my decorating this year. So there's green and there's white and there's red with their little green ties. And because I'm not putting up a tree, these I did buy them to put on a tree, but I'm not putting up a tree this year since I'm not going to be here for Christmas. They got displayed in here. And if I didn't want to hang them next year, I would cut off all of their little strings to hang them because it would look prettier in here. But I think I will probably want to hang them on my tree next year. So, wanted to show you that. And then I had bought this, and I was going to put my shiny brights in it. Have not found my shiny brights yet. So I do have this container, but I don't know where my shiny brights are. And I don't know if I'm going to finish getting through the totes because the Christmas season is upon us and I am way behind. And I am trying to be kind to myself because, you know, we lost my sister earlier this year and it's hard. And I have days where it is much better, much, much better. But, you know, still, it's rough. And I'm very grateful that I'm going to my daughter's this year for Christmas and staying with her. And so, since her boyfriend just bought that house this year, there will be zero memories of my sister there. And it'll be nice to just get away and have no responsibilities and just hang out with my daughter. And we're going to snuggle up under a blanket and watch a Christmas movie and drink hot chocolate and eat junk food. So that is my plan. I am super excited about that. But I'm making it through. We're all making it through. It has been a rough year for all of us. So my last item I'm going to show you, I'm super, super excited about. So I have two of these. This gorgeous decanter. And I can't remember, I think this was the stopper that came with it, but I'm not 100% because I cleaned them and then I set them up to dry and now I'm not sure. But I've got this one. So you guys may have heard me tell this story about how my grandmother used to put colored glass in these. Not these because I just thrifted these this summer, but hers, and then set them in the windows or set them in, on a table in front of the windows so that if anybody ever broke in, they would smash that glass and she would hear it. But as a little kid, I was always excited to go check these out. And they were in the formal living room where you weren't allowed to go. But I'd peek in the doorway to see if she had changed the color because I never knew when I showed up at her house what color they would be. So I'm going to do that, but I am taking it to the next level because after all, we're in a new century. So I got food coloring here. And these are the gel colors, which I did test out. They will dissolve into water, but the colors are much, much brighter. So keep that in mind if you're doing little containers, that the colors are much more vivid on these gel. So I've got mint green, soft pink, because those are the colors I'd wanted to do. And then because I've got that blue in my kitchen that's kind of like a 1957 blue. So it's an aqua, teal, light blue. It's a different shade for every company that put something out in the 50s, but I did pick up a turquoise and I picked up a sky blue. So I'm not sure what colors I want to use, but here's what makes it special. I got mica powder. So I got the mica powder in the pink gold and the mica powder in the emerald. And what it does is it settles down when it's not been shaken. And so the theory is, if it all turns out right, is that whatever color we use in here I think we'll start with mint green in this one. So it'll just look like mint green, but if we give it a swirl, then it should turn pink gold as the mica swirls through it, and then it'll settle back down over time and turn back to the mint green. Hopefully, that's the plan. So first thing we're gonna do is we are going to add our water. Now I'm not going to fill this all the way to the top. Because it has a glass stopper, it's not sealed. So you can't like give it a good shake because water will go everywhere. So what I wanna do is I don't wanna fill it all the way to the top. I'm just filling it to here. And then I'm hoping that just giving it a gentle swirl will work. When I tested it out, it was a much smaller, a smaller thing. My sister was thrilled though, because she's a huge Harry Potter fan, and she was very excited to have a potion. I made her a potion. Oh, didn't realize these were sealed. Trying not to get dye all over me. Oh my goodness, you guys, I have to tell you a funny story. So my dad, who is in general a very quiet man and has been my entire life, but he has a dry sense of humor and he tells dad jokes, of course. So he, and the thing with this is you want to start with a very tiny amount and then see how it goes from there. So we're just going to drop one drop in here, and then I brought a rag in and we're going to give it a good shake. Ooh, that's a pretty color. Boy, I don't know. I don't think we wanted any more green than that. That's pretty. So the other day, I walk in with my earrings, my Jingle Bell earrings, and my dad, because I go down there for dinner almost every single day, but he comes in and he goes, "Oh, I think I need to get my hearing checked. I'm hearing bells." And my mom walks in from the kitchen and she goes, "I don't hear anything." And so then Dad and I start cracking up and we're like, "You're the one that needs your hearing checked, Mom." She had no idea why we were laughing. She did not know that Dad was being funny about, now this is all the mica powder that I'm using, just a small amount. But she had no idea that Dad and I were just being funny about my Jingle Bell earrings. I love my parents. Okay, so the mica powder is just sitting on the top. You can't really see that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it another good shake. I don't know. So it's gold instead of pink. And with the mica also, you want to start with a small amount and add more. It's really just coming out gold. So this is going to be green and gold. Green is pretty. So then when the mica powder settles back down to the bottom again, then this will just be back to the bright green that it was. So see, my hope is to just be able to swirl it. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. So that's my first one. And then my second one, I don't know, I think we should try, should we do teal and green and just see how it comes out? Or should we do blue and green? Or pink and green? Let's do pink and green. Ooh. Oh, it peeled off much easier. And I managed not to get it on my hands, so that's always a plus. So I'm gonna fill this one, but not all the way, because again, I want to be able to swirl it. All right, so I filled this one to here. And probably this one's a better option since it doesn't have the design on the outside for seeing it more clearly. All right, we're just going to add a drop of the gel food coloring, and we're gonna give it a really good shake. Woohoo! That's a pretty color. All right, so we've got a pink. Now, going to clean the pink mica off of my, and this is just a butter knife to my grandmother's stainless steel set of silverware that I have now. I also have some of her silver plated, really gorgeous set of silverware that has roses on the handle. Okay, so here, this is the amount that I'm adding, and we will see what this does. So the green's sitting on the top, and then we're gonna give it a good shake and get it to mix in there. And that's what we end up with. So the colors are coming out a little muddy, and I'm not sure if I'm super happy with that. So I'm wondering on this one if I should not add. So on this one, let's do an extra drop of the pink food coloring and an extra scoop of the mica powder and just see what we come up with. My sister has asked me to do a pink on pink for her for the love potion from Harry Potter. She's got a sticker already that will go on that. She gets a lot of Harry Potter cool stuff, like the subscription boxes, that kind of thing. So she already had this sticker. So I'm gonna be doing pink on pink, which I think will turn out really pretty. Can definitely see more green in there now. It's not as muddy as it was, I don't think. But I do see a lot of the mica sitting on the top of this one. And I think it takes like an hour for it to settle back to, although this one's already, I mean, you can still see the mica floating around in here, but you can also see at the top where it's starting to turn back to green. I don't know. I think I'll have to play with them more. I want to try the pink on pink for my sister and see how that comes out. But we'll see what this looks like when it settles down. And then I may make space on this shelf for those and maybe move the candy around. We did want to talk about the mica. The brand is Pearl X, and there has been an issue with mica powder being sourced from countries that use child labor to harvest this. And the CEO of the company did come out and say that they absolutely do not buy from sources that use child labor. So the Pearl-Ex brand is supposed to be the best brand, but crafting mica is like, I don't know, less than 7% of the companies that use this. The two worst offenders for this are cosmetics. So if your makeup sparkles, it's likely it's got this in it, and could be purchased from sources where they're using child labor. And cars, the shifting color on paints, the sparkle in the sunlight, that's your mica too. So I did want you to be aware that Pearl-Ex, their CEO claims that they do not buy from companies that use child labor. And so this would be the brand that you would want to buy. I did get these at Hobby Lobby. I also got the gel at Hobby Lobby. And I'm wondering if I had just the regular food coloring instead of gel food coloring, if that would make a difference too. So you just kind of have to play around with it. And if you've got regular food coloring at home, I would use that. I would not buy the gel. But the gel was all that I had limited time to run out and do one thing. And so that's why I ended up with the gel. And yeah, I'm not happy with how muddy it looks right now. Is it starting to settle down? I don't know. I may add more pink to this, but this one, as it's settling back down to green, is really looking pretty. So I'm pretty happy with this one. Although the shift in it just looks gold, it doesn't look pink. And they have all kinds of colors and things that you can play with. You can add Black India ink and then any one of these that you want to, and so it will look black sitting in the bottle, which I would not do for Christmas, but I'm just saying if you're gonna do this as just like a fun craft with your kids or something, and then when you swirl it, then you get a different color and then it settles back down to black. So that's another idea for that. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to finish going through the Christmas totes. I don't know if I'm going to get the opportunity to. And that's okay, because I'm going to be kind to myself. It's the first year without my sister, and I've been spending a lot of time with her daughters. And, you know, this was a hard year. I became an empty nester in December of last year. So it's my first full year living on my own for the first time in 23 years. I ended up having to close my business last year because of COVID. And, you know, it's all just been a thing. It's been a thing. And getting to do this on YouTube and getting to connect with you guys in the vintage community has been my happy place this year. I have absolutely loved it. I enjoy all of you. I am so excited for what is going to come next year. I've got projects in the works. I've got fun sales with fantastic people in the works. I'm going to do some crafty things, and I do not do crafty things, but I have met wonderful people, made new friends, and it was very much needed in a year with a lot of sadness. So very grateful for all of you. I'm very grateful if you take the time to watch my YouTube videos. I'm very grateful if you come to my sales. I am very grateful if you just like one of my pictures on Instagram, and I'm super grateful if you buy something. That's always fantastic. So I'm just grateful. I am grateful for the blessings that have come out of a very tough year. And be kind. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. It doesn't cost you anything, and it may mean everything to someone else. Bye, guys.